Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Troilus and Cressida, and we get to hear from Ulysses today. Yes, that Ulysses. He's a Greek. He's one of the Greeks. He's hanging out in Act 1, Scene 3 with Agamemnon and Nestor and a whole bunch of other guys. And we got to hear from Agamemnon and Nestor, both sort of saying the same thing. Nestor's just sort of an old man who doesn't contribute a lot to the conversation, but has some very flowery things to say. But Agamemnon's point, we've already met Troilus, who's in love with Cressida, and we've already met Cressida, who's in love with Troilus. We've been hanging out in Troy for a little while. But the Greeks' position at this point is that they've been laying siege to the town of Troy for 7 years and haven't really made much progress. So Agamemnon was like, there's no reason to like throw in the towel at this point. It's the strongest that weather the storm, and this is all a test from Jove, trying to make sure that we are men of consistency and strength and all of that sort of thing. And Nestor sort of added on to that yesterday. And then Ulysses responds by saying, Agamemnon, thou great commander, nerve and bone of Greece, heart of our numbers, soul and only spirit, in whom the tempers and the minds of all should be shut up. Hear what Ulysses speaks. Besides the applause and approbation, the which most mighty for thy place and sway, and thou, most reverend for thy stretched out life, I give to both your speeches, which were such as Agamemnon and the hand of Greece should hold up high in brass, and such again as venerable Nestor, hatched in silver, should with a bond of air strong as the axle tree in which the heavens ride, knit all Greeks' ears to his experienced tongue. Yet let it please both, thou great and wise, to hear Ulysses speak. So he's not really saying much in this particular monologue. We get to hear from him again tomorrow, but all he's saying here, he's like paying proper respects to the fact that Agamemnon and Nestor both spoke before him and are in a position to be respected for their various things. Agamemnon, because he's a Greek commander in the army and he's strong and people look up to him, and so he could be considered like the heart and soul of Greece, and Nestor because he's old and therefore deserves respect. But he's like, I've listened to both of your speeches and they were great speeches, but and they should, live in every Greek person's ears, but please can I just say one little thing? And Agamemnon, in a very flowery way, responds by saying, yes, please open your mouth and let the words spill out, and that sort of thing. And we get to hear what those words are from Ulysses tomorrow. So I will see you then for that. Mwah.